For the match, Footscray's Max Crowe sidelined through a serious groin injury, while Fitzroy lost 4 players but did regain the likes of Matt Rendell and Mickey Conlon. The two sides have had some very close matches in recent times, and from their last 20 outings, Fitzroy hold a slight lead of 11 games to 9. Tonight, a replay begins at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter, and Footscray is leading by some 10 points. With me in the commentary box is Lou Richards.
There's Barwick now. He dropped that mark. He's got a chance to recover. A bad hand pass. He's got it again. Spins out of the pack. His chance for a goal, but he's too slow. Far too slow and holding the ball. A good decision as the ball comes back now. And we see the ball driven out wide by McGuinness. Over it comes now to Roos. Roos shoots the ball high up towards Bernie Quinton Kennedy, but Kennedy outmanoeuvres him. And they're not looking too strong down there and attack Fitzroy at all. As Kennedy goes for the long kick out wide. Looking there for Hawkins. It's too long, but he goes after it now. He picks it up on the boundary line. Beautifully gets around Bernie Harris. A pass to Wallace out there at half forward. And Footscray looking a lot better as Hardy comes right down from the back pocket. Takes that mark on the half forward line. Got another chance to kick a goal. A pass over there to Beasley. He's grabbed, but he still gets a hand pass back to Jimmy Sewell. Weaves around the pack, a long shot at goal, and this looks good. It's a goal. Magnificent play on the part of Footscray. So at the 23-minute mark, it's Footscray 8 goals, 5-53 to Fitzroy, 4 goals, 13-37. And things are not looking good for Fitzroy, seeing they're coming home against the Breeze in the last quarter, Pete.
Well, Brad Hardy covering plenty of ground, but that's not unusual for him. Beasley gets the hand pass out here, and it was a good one. Sewell lifting his game in the third quarter, but then again, so too of a number of other Footscray players. That was a great snapshot. Sewell's second goal. McGuinness has 2 for Footscray. Beasley has 3. Petraglia 1. 23 and a half minutes have got in the third quarter. It's been a great one for Footscray. They've kicked 4 goals and kept Fitzroy goalless. The Lions kicking with this strong southwesterly breeze. It's going to be another bounce, I think. No, it's not. It's a play on call. Gronawegan knocks it high. Petraglia gets the bounce. Tries to get around an opponent. Got one for his corner. Not seen by the umpire, I don't think. And it will be a bounce this time on centre wing.
A couple of Footscray players have come to the game. Sewell's doing well down there on the forward line.
Hawkins
and Callip being a very strong defender.
It's going to be Purser against Rendell. Knocked down to McIver, picked up by Thornton. Thornton trying to find Quinlan. Kennedy doing it well. Here's a chance for Conlon. He's got great speed. Good shepherd, Quinlan. Conlon shoots at goal and has put it through for a goal. Their first one since the 19.5-minute mark of the first quarter, and it came up at the 24.5-minute mark of the third term. 5-13, 43 to 8-5, 53.
Scored that well, Pete, because it was the good work of Quinlan that helped him to break. There's Petraglia. Now watch this. He gets one here right on top of the head, or on the forehead.
Not seen by the umpire. And
you watch this. Bernie Quinlan kicks it down there. Now Bernie Quinlan will come across and shepherd Ford off, put him off balance, and that gave Conlon plenty of chance to kick that goal. 10 kicks to Conlon and 2 hand passes.
10 points the difference now after that goal to Mickey Conlon. Can Fitzroy come back? Kicking against the breeze in the last quarter. Petraglia again. He recovered from that knock pretty quickly. He's played a fine game today. Beasley and Pert. Beasley almost a mark.
He's paying it.
Well, I don't know.
I'd have played it.
I'd like to see it again, Lou. He did get 2 hands to it, certainly.
He's getting on top of Pert now. Pert had him well covered in the first half. There he goes. He's grabbed it. Oh, he's got it nearly all the way. And I'd play that. They've played worse than that, Pete.
We've seen, yes, worse than that, I suppose. 3 goals to Simon Beasley.
If it's a little guy, he's got to take the mark, put it in his kit bag and cart it home to prove it's a mark. The big fellas get away with murder half the time.
Simon Beasley. Sort of comments don't bear commenting on. Beasley from 40 metres out. Might have missed that one. One behind. Beasley's first for the day. He's kicked 3 goals, 1 now. 5-13 to 8-6, and a difference of 11 points as Gary Pert prepares to bring the ball back into play again. Beasley getting on top of him in this quarter. Pert certainly took the honours before the main interval. Mark in the back pocket down there to Thornton. Everybody's slipping over down there. 1, 2, 3. Finally, it's Pert. Wobbly punt kick, not well directed. And the mark was taken by Steve Wallace to Rance, to half-forward and Petraglia and Thornton. Thornton gets there first, but he gets offloaded by the little Footscray rover. It's going to be a free kick. I thought a good bump. But Thornton has the free in front of the small scoreboard. Big pack of players out there. Down comes Roos with the ball. I don't know whether it's a mark or not. The umpire says no, it's going to be a bounce across the half-forward line for Footscray. Let's take a look at that again. No, I don't think a mark. A few hands on it first before those of Paul Roos. Rendell, short kick, not the required distance. Keane tries to break clear, actually gave it down there to Coates. Coates' kick as a grubber. Hardy got a couple of hands to it, couldn't control it though. Conlon was in there, down goes forward, picked up by Hardy. Good hip and shoulder, that plenty of weight being used now. Conlon tries to break clear, wild hand pass though, not really effective. Ford's kick, now he's got a second chance. Conlon, can he pick it up? Having all sorts of problems. Mickey Conlon looking for a free kick, holding the ball. Oh, what did you think of that, Lou?
Well, I thought it was holding the man. I'm not kidding. It looked like holding the man. You watch it again, he's playing the ball in front of him. Now, he hasn't really got it when he's got a fair dinkum grip of him. It's a very technical free kick, Pete.
Ball out towards the centre wing position. It's going to be a bounce now. Keane and Wallace, the last two to get up. Bounce on centre wing, 27 3/4 minutes gone in the third term, and it's 11 points the difference.
And we're just on the 28-minute mark of the third quarter. And Fitzroy have got a big task because they're kicking against the breeze in this last quarter. Ball comes back there to Steve McPherson. He's grabbed. The umpire said it'll be a free kick for a trip. Got that ball on that half-forward line, but a good distance out from goal. He's boots it long. In front of Sewell, the ball punched out by Laurie, coming in to meet it now, kicked off the ground well by Sewell, over to Beasley, has a chance for a goal, he's gone for a hand pass to McLean, put down your glass, it's a goal.
Great hand pass from Beasley.
Good play on the part of the full forward that time, unselfish play, 5 goals, 13-43, Fitzroy to Footscray looking good, 9-6-60. It was good play on the part of Beasley.
Let's watch that again.
And watch the ball kicked off the ground. That might have been Petraglia kicked it off the ground. And of course Beasley gets a good hand pass. Could have easily kicked it himself, but made sure of it by giving it to McLean. We're back in the centre again. 29 minutes gone of this third quarter. And the score 43 plays 60 in favour of Footscray. And they're looking mighty good as the ball hits the deck. Punched on by McLean. Ball pushed to the ground again up towards Footscray's centre half forward position. Thornton gets it back. It's Keane coming out of the pack now. Goes for a long kick looking for Bernie Quinlan. He and Kennedy. Kennedy's had him well covered since quarter time. And the ball is out of bounds. No doubt Bernie Quinlan was their most effective player in the first quarter. But Kennedy's bounced back. And of course Bernie Quinlan finding it very, very hard to get kicks. The difference now 17 points in favour of the Bulldogs. Just on the 30-minute mark of this third quarter. It comes down now to Brown. He can't get clear, neither can McLean. It finally comes out to Ford. Ford gets a hurried kick out towards that half back line. The pack fly. Nearly a mark to Keane. The ball pushed back by Blakey. A short kick back again to Bernie Harris over at Leon Harris to McIver. They're fumbling around now. There's a go for Bernie Harris for a pass and a mark taken here by Coleman. And there's the sign to end the quarter, but he's a heck of a way out.
I wouldn't put the rent on it, Luke.
No, I wouldn't. He'd be at least 55 metres out, I would say. Not a very big angle. Of course, he's kicked their only goal since the 90-minute mark of the first quarter. Now, let's see what happens with this kick. There she goes, on its way. It's a long kick. Will it make the distance? Let's see the result. Umpires conferring here.
Might be a goal.
It's a goal. What a ripper. What a handy one. A magnificent goal by Coleman. So at three-quarter time, that could be the one that saves Footscray. 9 goals, 660. Footscray to Fitzroy, 6-13-49.
When you look around Victoria at the start of every day, you'll find someone there to help you, someone with you all the way. 'Cause when it comes to your insurance, there's a name you need to know. They're safe and sure and they care for you more than the S-I-O.
Haven't they done a terrific job? Good as new. When I think of what it looked like after the fire,
Maybe we should think about changing to SIO.
take it from me, they're okay.
Victorian grown victorious on the S-I-O.
They're okay.
Wait, that's only half of national spreads around the house. Oh well, I'll show you the rest another time.
You know, buying a car is like racing a car. Your aim is to come out a winner.
Compare these similarly priced cars, Pulsar, Corolla, Laser. One comes out way in front. Only the Nissan Pulsar has a 1.5-litre engine. Only the Nissan Pulsar has 5-speed manual transmission, the largest hatch in its class, and air conditioning. Right now during Pulsar Runout, you get a lot more car for a lot less money. Don't miss it. Pulsar Runout.
You just can't lose at your Nissan dealer.
Tonight, Quincy tackles an ancient scourge of modern society. A delicate social problem with far-reaching consequences. It's a battle against the fear and embarrassment of falling victim to our permissive lifestyle. Quincy ME, 8:30 tonight.
And welcome back to Sevens Big League. Well, that goal by Mickey Conlon right on the siren set the stage for what turned out to be a thrilling final term out at VFL Park. Only 11 points in it as we go back to league headquarters, the Lions kicking against the breeze.
Sevens Big League from VFL Park, 11 points in favour of Footscray, kicking with the breeze as we begin the final quarter of the match. Brian Royals kicked it a short one out towards the edge of the square. Mark's built it there by McPherson. The opportunity for Blakey. He can't do much with it either. The chance is still with Fitzroy to pick it up as Brown. Out of bounds on the full, that will be. And it will be a free kick to be taken for Footscray by McLean. Fine goal when he got the hand pass from Simon Beasley late in the third quarter. McLean down towards left half forward. Knocked away by Groenewegen. Opportunity for Laurie to pick the ball up if he can. Good tackle for Traglia, been a very good player. McGuinness kicked a couple of goals for Footscray, out of bounds in the left forward pocket. Official attendance here this afternoon, 20,439. Not bad in view of the bleak weather we had around about lunchtime today. Bright sunshine at the moment, but still with a cool breeze. Loose ball, half forward line. Two number 24s there. Wallace couldn't do much with it. Opportunity again for McLean. Slews off the side of the boot. Petraglia may get there first, or Leon Harris might beat him to it. Now it's left down there for Fitzroy's Turner. Kicks it straight to Hawkins, though. Hawkins has played a good game, especially after half-time. This fellow has been consistent right throughout the afternoon. Petraglia. He's burrowed in where Angels fear to tread. Angelo Petraglia and has capped it off with a goal. So a goal here would make Fitzroy's task very, very difficult indeed. Petraglia 35 metres out on a fair angle. It's not a bad sort of a shot, and I think he's dobbed it. He has. So 2 goals for Petraglia, and Footscray go further ahead at VFL Park. The scoreboard on Sevens Big League. The Bulldogs 10-6-66. Fitzroy 6-13-49.
Petraglia is shaping up as Footscray's best player now, and he's played well all day, as Pete said before. Very consistent player, and he's bought in for the entire match, Pete.
Yes, he certainly has. Guts and determination displayed by Angelo Petraglia, and as I said, capping it off with 2 good goals.
Just over the 2-minute mark, and that's a handy goal. And remember that Fitzroy haven't scored a goal since they've been kicking to the end they're kicking to in this quarter. Coming through that time was Thornton, gets a hurried kick back there. Callett got a hand to it. He's played very well, particularly in that third quarter. Oh, can't pick the ball up, Bernie Harris, and the umpire will ball it up round about the centre half forward position for Fitzroy. Yeah, they've failed to score a goal at the end they're kicking to now. It's against the Braves.
4 points in the second quarter only.
That's right. Up she goes again. Knocked out by Pearce. He's dominated the knockouts. Bit of a scrimmage there out on that half forward flank position, about 50 metres out from goal. Fitzroy badly needing a goal to be back in this game. They're trailing 49-66. 17 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. The ball hits the deck again. Wallace tries to get clear. He's been pretty well covered by Pekin today. As they go now for Baxter to break clear, gets a bit of a run, a long kick over the half-forward line, up there towards Sewell. He's got the mark, nearly just about. Now he's going to pay it the front man. It'll go there to... there it is again in replay. Out it goes there towards that centre-half back position. It's Rendell picking it up. Keane got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. Coming out of the pack is McLean. Good bit of play, but there's no one there. Chance now for Thornton. He's grabbed. Hits a hand pass back, and Hinchin drives the ball well over the half-forward line for Fitzroy. Ford got one hand with McIver. Just about Fitzroy's best players. It comes out now to Brown. He drops it short. It'll be a mark to Conlon. A quick hand pass to Bernie Harris. Over it goes to Quinlan. And he'll put that through, so it's brought him back into the game. That's their first goal, that end for the match.
3 goals to Quinlan.
7 goals, 13-55. Fitzroy, the Footscray, 10 goals, 6-66. And Conlon in a bit of trouble. They wouldn't want to lose him. He kicked a magnificent goal, one on the ball at three-quarter time from about 50 metres out. What's that again? What happens to Conlon after getting the mark? Gives a hand pass. Oof. Oh, he got one there from Kennedy going past. Just to keep him going, keep him honest.
The goal in replay. Murray Brown, his second kick for the day, been on the bench a fair bit. Harris, Quinlan, goal number 3. 4.5 minutes gone. Final quarter, picked up by Petraglia again. The Royal it was, down towards half-forward. Ground still very slippery. Chance out there for Brown once more. Flicked out the hand pass, but Troy can't do much with it. Laurie on the ground, looks for someone to give it to. Sees Harris. Back to Laurie again. Laurie struggling to get an effective hand pass. In goes Blakey. Runs straight into McGuinness and will be penalised. Will he? No, says the umpire. And it will be a ball up at left half-forward flank.
Laurie got lost in the play. They got lost in transit. Didn't know where to go.
7:13 to 10:6 in the final quarter, which has been in progress just past the 5-minute mark. On a week at number 14 against number 9, Matt Rendell. It comes down to Brown. Well tackled by Brian Royal. From Rendell, out again to Petraglia. Up to full forward, Laurie. Over it goes to Leon Harris. A long hand pass to Barwick, and Fitzroy finally gets some cohesion into their play. Barwick's long kick down to Mickey Conlon, who's recovered from the previous knock. Gets another one here from Ford. And Mickey Conlon, left half-forward flank, takes it. Gets it back to his twin in Barwick. Barwick's kick, a wobbly punt down towards Harris. And the ball beating Rick Kennedy over the boundary line. It will be a boundary throw-in the left forward pocket for the Lions. Nearly 6 minutes elapsed in the final quarter. Conlon marking in front of Ford. Crashing right on top of him. Plenty of bulk there too. Quinlan wins that one out against Purser. Snapshot for Fitzroy.
Pekin.
Off target from Tim Pekin.
Done a great job on Wallace today. He's kept him well down with the kicks.
Hasn't had many kicks himself though, Lou.
No, well, his job is to stop Wallace because Wallace is a match winner. A great kick getter too.
Rick Kennedy, one of the more vigorous fullbacks. Long kick. That's Dougie Hawkins.
Getting back to Wallace and Pekin, I think Wallace has only had 7 possessions so far in the match, which is most unlike Wallace's performance.
There's Wallace, number 24, but he gets beaten for it at this occasion by Bernie Harris down towards Keane. Keane takes the mark in front of Big Purser. Will look for a hand pass, gets one. Rendell is there, but Kelly is right there with him. The skipper decides to have a shot himself, and what's he done with it? Out of bounds or behind, I think. I'll wait on the goal umpire. It's a point to Fitzroy. 7:15 to 10:6, 57 to 66, a difference of 9 points.
9 points the difference at the 7-minute mark of this last quarter. Ball back into play again. Out there towards centre half back. It's a long kick coming across to get it as Daniels. It beats him. This allows Royal. Baxter was knocked on nicely by Hinchin over to Keane. And there's a mark to McIver. I would say shaping up as Fitzroy's best player. Closely followed by Roos. Short pass. Barwick dropped the mark. He's got time to recover. Hooked the ball back there towards Bernie. Quinlan's got the sit on the pack. Can he get up there? Old Superbit. They all lost it. Osborne comes in. This could be a goal, but he's off target. Through for 1 point. So the difference is 8 points. Fitzroy really peppering the goals now. 58 plays 66. Just on the 8-minute mark of this last quarter. Hasn't been the most stylish game, but one thing in its favour, it's been close for most of the day, and that's kept this 20,000 people on its feet. McIver in front, couldn't hold the mark. Callett's there too, comes out of the pack. He's dropped by McIver. The fumble there going on by Baxter. Picked up now by Keane. A hand pass coming over to Turner. It could be a goal. It is! And it's only 2 points the difference now. Approaching the 8.5-minute mark of this last quarter. 8 goals, 16-64. Fitzroy for Footscray. 10 goals, 6-66.
Turner's first goal, and Fitzroy, as I mentioned earlier, finally getting some cohesion in their play. Good tackle on Kellett. Loose ball. Could have almost been a throw this against Baxter. The umpire letting play continue. Keane got the hand pass out to Turner, and from 25 metres out, Turner made no mistake. His first goal for the afternoon.
Centre bounce again. 2 points the difference. 64 plays, 66 in favour of Footscray. Anybody's game. Knocked out by Purser, back to Royal, and Footscray go back into attack over their half-forward line. Sewell in front. The mark dropped that time by Roos. It was a difficult one. Playing on nicely is Hinch, and he can't pick it up. He went without the ball. Down goes Sewell, crawling on his knees to get it, and it's finally out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Footscray goal. They're down. We're in front by 2 points. 10 goals, 6-66 to Fitzroy. 8 goals, 16-64.
Boundary throw in front of Sewell. Rendell is right next to him. Rendell wins it, but it's straight down to Royal. And Royal streaming goalwards from only 15 metres out. He fires, but he's missed from point-blank range. Might just get a point, and that makes the difference. 3 points in favour of Footscray. Could have steadied a little bit more, Brian Royal. Footscray runner speaking to him. Looks like Grant Laurie, I think. Might be in the hands of the trainers.
Leon Harris.
It's Harris, is it?
Yep.
3 points the difference as the ball comes back into play. Rendell in front. Purser gets the ball to ground. Sewell played well in the second half. He's well shepherded by Gronewegan. Fires at the goal. No, sir, not this time. The mark taken by Thornton. Chips it out wide. Paul Roos played an excellent game for Fitzroy. Hasn't done much wrong all day. Oh, the hand pass wasn't a good one. Roos there again. And after it came back from Pekin, Hawkins tries to sock it off the ground. Kellett had it knocked away from him. Still socked away from Baxter. Up towards the centre wing position. Picked up by Barwick. Gets it back to Keane. Fumbles. Got a chance to make amends, which he does so. Should go for the long kick. It is up towards full forward. There's no one there except Rick Kennedy for Footscray. Kennedy around Osborne. McLean was there, but he sees Brett Hardy in better position. Hardy goes for a short pass and chipping in beautifully is Pekin.
He's played a very good game today, this fellow.
Pekin's gone for a short pass, trying to find Quinlan. Kennedy right there with him. Turner. Down to Brown. Can't take it. Sock it away again, but picked up by Quinlan. Quinlan has a shot at goal, but off target. 2 points the difference.
Oh, sitting in the goal square on his own was McIver, but he didn't spot him there, Pete.
8-17 to 10-7. Let's see what happened to Tim Pekin there. Or was it Turner? So Brad Hardy has the ball. 2 points the difference in the final quarter, which is a thriller at VFL Park. Hardy's kick marked by Doug Hawkins, and he's having a slashing second half, Luke.
And he finds a teammate out there on that half-back line of McPherson. He's got a paddock to go for a run. Puts it on the ground once. Still plenty of time. He balks. He's grabbed. But he gets the hand pass back there to Kellett, who brushes Thornton off easily. A long kick up to Beasley, and Pert goes to punch. Back it comes to Rendell. A hand pass. Short kick by Hinson, but he's got time to back up here and pick it up. That's if he can. He's having trouble. Out it goes to Laurie now. It's a grubber, but he's grabbed it. They're messing about. Pert, clear. His kick is a short pass, and Leon Harris takes the mark there on the wing position in front of Big Purser. He doesn't waste any time. Over it goes now to Big Rendell. A long hand pass to Pekin, making ground there beautifully. Over it goes to Brown. This could look dangerous. A short pass. It's okay, and it's marked by Bernie Harris. Another short pass, and the mark taken by Conlon right on the boundary. Oh, we gave Kennedy one to go on with then. Well, Kennedy's been dishing him out too. I don't think he's one to complain about that.
You've got to win him and wear it.
But Conlon kicked a magnificent goal right on the three-quarter time siren from centre half forward, about 55 metres out. He runs around. He'll have a left foot snap. Now he hooks that and it's through for a point. So the difference now is only 1 point. The difference at the 12.5-minute mark of this last quarter. 18 goals, 8 goals, 18, 66 Fitzroy to Footscray, 10-7, 67. A point the difference. Anybody's game as we wait now for Hardy to bring the ball back into play for Footscray. Bernie Quinlan's got it's a bad kick. And old Super Boots well within kicking distance, but Super super boot at any rate. He'd be about 45 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
But against the breeze, Lou.
Yes, against the breeze. I wonder if he'll kick the old torpedo punt or go for the modern drop punt kick here. There he comes, and let's look at it go through. It's just a wobbly old punt kick, but it comes around beautifully for a goal, and Fitzroy are in front. Fitzroy move on now to 9 goals, 18-72 to Footscray, 10 goals, 767.
Remember when you had to go to the bank? Now Westpac comes to you with our electronic banking system that lets you get cash when you buy petrol, pays for the weekly groceries, or something special, like a nightgown or a night on the town. We give you more efficient service with a smile, where and when you want, across the street or across the country. All you need is a Westpac MasterCard or a Westpac card, because the card is the bank, and the bank is Westpac.
For difficult spots, the new Hoover Turbo Power comes complete with a unique burst of power switch. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Here comes Holden Barina.
Get you anywhere you want to go. It's a car that will go, go, go. Feels like a dream. It's gonna set the scene. Take you for a ride. It's a feature-packed machine. Barina, that is price you want to know. Barina, it's a car that'll go, go, go. Barina, Barina.
Holden Barina gives you more run for your money.
Monday night on Day by Day, a young woman who'll light up your life. She's Melinda Smith, poet, author, teacher, and victim of cerebral palsy.
She's not sulking around saying, I'm in a wheelchair, I can't do anything. She's got up and done something about it.
Also on Monday, the Queen at 60, will she abdicate and hand over the monarchy? She's one of the world's most public women, and she admits she's tired and wants more time with her family. That's Monday at 7 on 7.
18 minutes gone now, final quarter.
Again, he gets one fair square in the middle of the back, and the umpire hasn't spotted that. Oh my goodness, what a miss by the umpire. He pushed him fair square in the middle of the back. You watch this. It is unbelievable. There he is now. He's got him right in the back. The ball picked up now. A shot at goal by Conlon. He's hit the post, but it's a goal the difference. 18 minutes gone. And we've got a ball game on our hands here. 10 goals, 767 Footscray to Fitzroy. 9 goals, 19, 73 points.
Kennedy once again brings the ball back. Long kick. Cordy couldn't take the mark. Off the hands of McPherson, picked up by Brian Royal. Back to McLean from half-back. McLean goes short out towards the centre wing position. And the mark taken by McGuinness to decides to get the ball moving quickly. Up to half-forward, Sewell over the back of his opponent. Picked up by Roos. He was pretty close to being best on the ground. Tried to find Hinchin with that short pass. Couldn't do so. And the boundary throw-in will take place adjacent to the interchange area.
Yes, I reckon it's out of him and McIver, Pete.
What, for Fitzroy's best?
Well, nearly for best on the ground.
Well, Roos has had 19 kicks and 6 marks and 4 handballs, so that's not a bad start, is it? And Roos has put in 4 very good quarters. Murray Brown has the opportunity now. Tackled by McGuinness. He's lying over the top of it. Could almost be penalised.
And incidentally, McIver's had 19 possessions and 9 hand passes, Pete.
Well, I'm glad you're giving the vote. There's not much between them.
No, there's not much in between those two.
A bounce on centre wing. A thriller here at VFL Park. The game certainly moving into top gear in the final quarter after the first 3 had little to enthuse about. The umpire this time finding a free kick to Robert Groenewegen. Groenewegen on left centre wing. Wobbly punt kick up the half forward. Who's he got down there? Over the top of Sewell was Blakey. Picked up by Pert. Flung that one out back towards the square, where it's picked up by Brian Royal. Tries to break the tackle. Does so from Thornton. A long kick by the Footscray Rover down towards the 10-metre square. Hardy is there. Almost a mark. Paul Roos again. And Fitzroy fans very enthusiastic about his performance. Leon Harris gets it back and turned to Blakey. Hardy's just about pinned him onto Hinchin. Tries to get around Groenewegen. He's too fast for him. On in turn to Thornton. Thornton's kick straight down the ground, but only a short one. Might be a mark in front of McLean. Taken by Conlon. Back to McIver. Now, those 2 players that Lou and I were mentioning certainly figuring in the passage of play in the last 30 seconds. Wallace's hand pass. One out to Hawkins. Hawkins is clear at centre field. He's gone for a pass, and that's a good one to Sewell. And Sewell's not a bad kick either. He's got the breeze behind him, remember. He's only had 5 so far today and 3 handballs, but he's kicked a couple of goals, Jimmy Sewell. Just a couple of marks early. Sewell from centre half forward. Beasley. No, yes. Through for 1 point. And so the scoreboard on Sevens Big League in the final quarter, 73 plays 68, Fitzroy by 5 points.
Just on the 21-minute mark, 5 points the difference. So there's still plenty of time for either side. Waiting for the ball to come back into play by Lowry. Lowry kicks it out wide towards the 2 number 24s. Pekin in front. He's been well on top of Steve Wallace today. He's had the job of tagging him, but now he's starting to really dominate the game. He's got a 15-metre penalty and to stop Wallace, so that's no mean effort, Pete.
Great effort.
Ball knocked out of bounds on the centre wing position. Just on the 21.5-minute mark. It's still 73 plays 68 in favour of Fitzroy. It hasn't been the most spectacular game in the world, but it's been a very exciting game. There hasn't been much in it all day. Ball is tapped down. That's all they want is a contest as Leon Harris breaks clear. It's a poor kick coming back there to Conlon. He's certainly come back into the game. Picked up by Callett. Callett drives it over the half-forward line. And there's a good mark. No, he's paying that mark to Hinton, and so he should too. So it's Hinton down there. It's the battle of the defences. If Rendell bounces free from centre-half back. Drives it over the half-forward line. McPherson gets a nice mark there, gets away and drives the ball out wide now. Coming out wide. There's a chance now for McGuinness to pick this up on the wing. It bounces okay. He's looking for a lead. He straightens up now, looking for the big fella. Oh, it's Hardy down there in the back pocket. And, oh, there's a great mark to Laurie. Just about Hardy fell over. A hand pass, a dangerous one. Grabbed by Perth. They've got themselves in trouble here now, Fitzroy. As Laurie finally gets the ball back there to Blakey. Back it goes to Perth. He's grabbed it. Could be holding the ball. It is. Well, they missed about. They deserved to lose that, Fitzroy, that time. They should have been clear and running away from defence. Well, Petraglia, from about 35 metres out, straightens up, fires at the goal, but he's off target. So the difference now is only 4 points. Into the quarter by just on 23 minutes. And the scoreboard, 9-19, 73 Fitzroy to Footscray, 10-9, 69 as the ball comes back into play, but it'll have to be kicked back in again because the umpire hadn't finished waving the flags.
You used a phrase there, Lou, the battle of the defences. Well, I must agree, only 19 goals kicked so far in the match. He Malthouse behind that glass there. I guess you could say on the scoreboard Fitzroy should win with all the shots they've had, but to credit to Footscray's defence. Back onto the centre wing position, that should be in the back. No, says the umpire. McIver tries to get the hand pass out to Thornton. It wasn't a particularly good one. It goes to Bowie, got behind the back again, and he gets one in the back.
It's a nice juggling act he did there to try and look at his back up his neck everywhere except in his hand, Pete.
Well, he got the push in the right place anyway, being the recipient of the free kick. Doug Barwick down to half forward. Over the top was that was Daniels. Instead of play on call, Barwick tries to pick it up close to the boundary line, gets the hand pass back again. Hawkins misses the mark. Chance for Keane. Keane at left half forward. He's got it down to Osborne. He's already kicked 2. Steadies. Can he make it 3? Not with that kick. Hit the behind post and so out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick to be taken for Footscray by their captain and fullback Rick Kennedy. Kennedy sees a lead across the half-back line. Ronald Regan, mark Endor free kick for mine against Harris. Just up from the back pocket, Ronald Regan. 24.5 minutes gone, so we're only 30 seconds from time on. McGuinness should take this mark across the half-back line. He does, goes for the long kick, covers a good 50 metres to get the ball to the centre wing position. Off the hand of Daniels, it goes to McPherson. Thornton can't try and block it. Looking at block, that's a good block by Hurt. Daniels. Now it comes to Rendell. Hand pass on to Thornton. He's gone for a short pass again down towards Bernie Harris, who takes the mark just inside the boundary line on centre wing. Harris, short pass again. Fitzroy looking to fit aside in the final term. Out to Rendell, the hand pass comes there. Skipper goes long. A wobbly punt kick. Osborne in position. Will he keep going? No. Thought about it. And so has the opportunity to maybe even make the game safe for Fitzroy. 73 to 69. If he can get a goal here, it would, I think, just about be curtains for Footscray because it's been a very low-scoring game.
About 10 seconds into the time-on period, Pete.
Let's see what he does with the kick. He's threaded it through, I think. 3 goals to Richard Osborne. and that may make it safe for the Lions. The scoreboard on 7 Big League. Fitzroy 10-19, 79. Footscray 10-9, 69. A difference of 10 points, 25 and a half minutes in.
There we see it again. Thought about going on that time, Osborne, but went back and steadied. And, of course, it puts him in a pretty handy position this late in the game.
So 3 goals to Osborne, 4 goals to Quinlan, the leading goal kickers for Fitzroy. 25 and 3/4 minutes gone, 10 points in it.
10 points the difference, knocked out by Rendell. Oh, that's getting dragged to the ground that time, but the umpire will ball it up with Sterner. Had no hope of getting clear. Hawkins really grabbed him. A centre bounce again. Fitzroy in front by 10 points. 79 plays 69. Into the quarter by 26 minutes. So time running out for the Bulldogs. Knocked on by McIver. Played a damn good game here today. Back to quarter. He couldn't pick it up. Neither could Kellett. There's the McIver going to the back. Couldn't get clear. Picked up by Baxter. Over it comes to Groenewegen. He kicks the ball long. Over the half-forward line. Pushed out by Purser. Grabbed by Sewell. A hand pass back to Petraglia. Weaving his way through the pack. And a hand pass to Royal. This could be a goal. But it won't come around enough. But it might go out of bounds on the full. It does. And little Petraglia has played a great little game today. He's really battled his heart out for the side. Down there in the back pocket position. Just on the 27-minute mark, and Fitzroy still in front, hanging in there by 10 points. Ball back into play. The big fellas fly at the back as Roos couldn't hold the mark. The ball kicked quickly out of the pack that time, picked up by McIver, copped one a bit high. Hand pass coming out now as we see the ball fumbled by Hinchin. Tries to get the ball back again, a hand pass to McIver. Daniels is there with him. He's been a pretty quiet player today, Daniels, and I think he's had many possessions at all.
5
and 3 hand passes. That's not like a Daniels game. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. Rendell and Groenewegen. Neither of them get the knock. At the back there is Turner. Gets a hurried kick back towards the half-forward line. Punched away that time by McLean. Grabbed by Harris. Over it goes to Barwick. And Fitzroy running again. A short one down to Bernie Quinn. Oh, there'll be a free kick to Quinlan against Kennedy. Furley's playing the part of the Footscray skipper. And Bernie Quinlan would be about, what's that again? Oh, that free kick was talk about he should. I think he sent a telephone message or telegram to the umpire, let him know he was doing it. And of course we'll wait for Bernie Quinlan. Oh, Superbird from about 20 metres out, 25 metres out on an angle. Let's see what he can do with it. Going for goal number 5. Right across the face of goals. The pack set themselves. There's Keane having a go at goals. It's smothered and the umpire will ball it up. This time about 7 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. 28 minutes gone. Still Fitzroy in front by 10 points as we wait for this ball up. Right on the kick-off mark. There she goes. Knocked out that time by Groenewegen. The ball is out of bounds.
Out of bounds, forward pocket for Fitzroy. Won't be a long quarter, maybe a minute and a half left to go. 28 and a half minutes gone so far. In fact, there was the siren. It certainly wasn't a long quarter as Quinlan takes the ball right on the siren. And Fitzroy running out winners by 10 points. 10-19, 79, defeating Footscray 10-9, 69, 7th Big League at VFL Park.
The 1986 Victorian Football League Premiership season is proudly sponsored by Carlton, brewers of Foster's Lager, Australia's favourite beer.
2 goals to Osborne and 2 goals to Quinlan got Fitzroy off to a good start in the first quarter, but they kicked only 4 behinds in the second. Very inaccurate in the third quarter. Footscray came back at them well there, but the Lions, with an excellent final term, got up to win the match by 10 points. In the stats, they're on top in most departments. 24 more kicks, 21 more marks, 9 more frees, 43 more handballs, 9 more shots at goal, and Footscray had 8 more hit-outs. In the goals at VFL Park today, Quinlan finished up with 4 and Richard Osborne 3 for the Lions, and for Footscray, Simon Beasley was their major contributor. He finished with 3, and Jimmy Sewell kicked 2 goals. And after the match, I went into the Fitzroy rooms and spoke first of all to their skipper, Matt Rendell.
Well, Matt, it was a very good last quarter, but you had little to offer up until then.
Yeah, I thought we played particularly well in the first half, but only led by 6 points. I thought we didn't capitalise on our opportunities well enough. We had 12 shots to their 6. Third quarter was disastrous with the win. It's been a problem of ours the last few weeks. We've had bad third quarters, but at the last quarter we realised, look, you may as well lose by 10 than lose by a couple. So we took a few risks, started running, and you know, just the confidence comes back when people start throwing the ball about. And certainly we ran all over them in the end, and it was a good feeling out there the last quarter.
Bernie, you started off well and finished well, but the two quarters in the middle weren't quite so good, were they?
Pretty lean times in those second and third quarters. We couldn't get our act together at all, but, we're playing a good side in Footscray, and you can't expect to have your own way all day.
Was kicking against the wind that difficult, or did Footscray just lift their game?
It didn't seem to be that difficult because I think in the last quarter it was about 11 goals or 9 goals to 3 kicked against the wind. So, it proves the theory wrong that kicking with the wind's the best way to go.
What's it like with David Parkin as the coach?
He's good. He's got us
pretty hard on you?
Yeah, it was hard early. Pre-season was pretty hard. Everyone's fit, and, I think that showed out today. But he just wants us to trying to bring out, the skills and things that we got, the character on the side, which I think he did today. It was a good fighting win.
David, as you mentioned, you were very pleased with the last quarter. How did you get it out of the boys?
Well, I didn't say too much at three-quarter time, actually, and I left them. They're pretty close group, and they almost operate without a coach. I think they understand what had to be done, and I think they regrouped and produced something that I don't think too many people in the ground, maybe including the coach, believed that they had the capacity, particularly after what was a very ordinary third quarter. Ordinary in the sense that we didn't work, we didn't take any risk, we didn't do anything, and we deserved to be, well behind when we came to the turnaround.
Coach David Parkin speaking after Fitzroy's win at VFL Park this afternoon. Coming up shortly, Sandy Roberts and fantastic footy flashbacks.
Here are tonight's Tats 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on NEC, Australia's champion colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and do it all. NEC, our champion colour TV.
NEC have always been champs in picture quality. Now, have a look at these great new stereo models. Or better still, have a listen to the NEC difference at your NEC retailer.
See it try, see it fall, see it best of all. NEC, our champion colour TV.
Imagine your ideal personal computer. Small, packed with easy-to-use high technology, with an advanced new diskette, a professional typewriter keyboard, and plenty of easy-to-use software for the office and classroom. The ideal price? Good news. The new IBM JX workstation is the most affordable IBM personal computer ever. Now at your authorized IBM dealer.
Tuesday.
I'm the manager, and I'm refusing service.
Could this be the parting of the ways?
Why is it always got to be me?
There's a cook, is there anything I can do for you? Just fix it and nick off, will you?
Has Judy found a flatmate?
Excuse me, I'm looking for Judy Loveday. Yes.
And romance?
Spoken about everybody?
Except you and me.
Australia's most watched drama, a country practice, 7:30 Tuesday on 7.
Geelong and Essendon coming up shortly on 7's Big League. And speaking of Essendon, Sandy Roberts in fantastic footy flashbacks tonight looks at a Bomber champion of years past.
Hello again and welcome to Fantastic Footy Flashbacks. Some 30 years ago, a young boy from Ballarat left that country town and came down here to Windy Hill, hoping to make a name for himself in VFL football. 11 years, 193 games, 3 Best and Fairest awards later, he retired as a player. His name, John Burt.
Cross comes Fraser, no mark, Burt gets the left foot to it, hooks one, and look at this. Oh! Kicks in towards centre-half forward. There's trouble here. Barry Gill interferes. Burt takes the ball away. Shoots a long one at goal. And it's going
bounced. A hook across, sends it over towards David Shaw. Shaw quickly onto Burt. Good play. Burt
here, but it's hit the wrong way. Clark takes it over to Burt. Burt going in on his left foot. He's got plenty of time.
He's put it through.
His left foot's a bad pass. Comes down to McKenzie. Burt's got the rebound. Puts it onto his right foot. He's done it again. 6 straight.
David Shaw, the Dons into attack again. Oh, Noonan can't hold it. Here's Burt once more. Burt swings around a left foot snap. This is going to be close. Put it through. Going forward. Fordham flies, foot knocked away by Bethke. Picked up by Burt. A right foot snap. He's put it through. Easily gets around. Oh, nice pass to Burt. Essendon turning a good brand of football on that. It's going close to the boundary line. Oh, around the neck to John Burt. Play on is the call. Oh, goodness me, hello.
Away they go.
In most places today. Burt snaps.
Have a look right through.
Goal, it's Thompson in there, and Thompson gets his hands to it, but it's down onto the ground. Burt takes it. Burt hotly pursued by Graham. Burt still in control, goes round on the left foot, snaps a goal, and it's through.
Oh, lovely. It can't be marked, it's on the ground, picked up by little Johnny Burt with half his pants torn off, but it doesn't make any difference because he's put it through the centre. Kick by Noonan, goes down here. Oh, Johnny Burt just picks that up, lines it up, and puts it through, and a shocking mistake made by Tony Jewell.
He's heading in. Oh, looked like a throw, but Burt's clear. He's
get a free
kick. It's a lovely backhander, but it's Burt to take it. He's backed away into the clear, tackled by Tully. He goes through the centre, and there's a nice Burt. It takes it off, and he's taken off the pack, racing into an open goal. It's there. Look at it swinging away. It's short too. Right on the end of the square. Burt picks up and snaps, and it's right through.
I guess John Burt could be described as one of the lucky players in VFL football. He had the pleasure of playing under Dick Reynolds and also John Coleman, and while playing in interstate football, roved to two of the truly great ruckmen, Polly Farmer and John Nichols. After several coaching stints and working at a number of clubs, John Burt has now settled in at the Collingwood Football Club as its football manager. But today we featured one of the great bombers on Fantastic Footy Flashbacks, a lightweight in frame, but a real heavyweight on the field, John Burt.
If you'd like to request a Fantastic Footy Flashback, address an envelope just like this and put your name, address and request on the back. You'll then be in the running to win one of 6 portable colour TVs or compact microwave ovens from NEC. And the end of the season draw for this outstanding 63cm stereo television and VHS video stereo hi-fi from NEC, high technology colour television and video.
And you're watching Sevens Big League from round 2, back with more action from Windy Hill between Essendon and Geelong in just a moment.
Show me a tough truck.
How about a Holden Rodeo? They're made by Isuzu Trucks.
Yeah, we'll see.
Got some go for a truck, isn't it? It's standard, that 5-speed box. Soaks up the bumps well. Tough, isn't it? And there's space cabs, crew cabs, cab chassis, diesels, 4x2.
I'll take it.
Holden Rodeo. Truck tough.
Starting Monday.
Nobody.
Nobody discounts like Kmart during our store-wide sale.
Saba's open till 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Saba's open till 9 o'clock, Monday to Friday.
Yes, Saba Furniture Exhibition and Sales is still open from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday to Friday and until 1 p.m. Saturday, with 6 months interest-free terms, free delivery anywhere in Victoria, New South Wales and South Australia, plus our 5-year written guarantee. No reasonable offer refused. There's lounge suites, bedroom suites, dining settings and occasional furniture. Saba Furniture Sales and Factory is still one of the largest quality furniture, bedding and leather displays in the Southern Hemisphere. Situated on a 15-acre site at the corner of Frankston Road and Greens Road, Dandenong. Plus Mentone, Mitcham, Moonee Ponds and Morwell. Come and say hello to Dave and Mabel.
Don't say Baba, say Monsters!
That's sweet.
It's on for young and old at the mansion.
If she wants full-scale war, that's what she's going to get.
Told you before, we want you out of our lives. Now go away and stay away.
And for Beryl, the mystery of Craig's mother heightens.
I may find myself someone else.
The flesh is weaker than the spirit.
Give me 5 minutes.
Alison makes a fatal mistake in Sons and Daughters, 7:30 Monday on 7.
Today's game at Windy Hill saw the Bombers going for their 9th successive victory over the Cats, therefore equalling their run of success between 1939 and 1945, while the win would be their 16th home match victory in a row. The Cats, in fact, haven't won at Essendon since the 7th round of 1980 and were anything but impressive last week while going down to Fitzroy at Cardinia Park. The Bombers, by contrast, have opened the season where they left off in 1985. An annihilation of Collingwood last week at Victoria Park and handing Richmond a dose of the same in a Foster's Cup match during the week. Only one change in the Bombers lineup, and that was the inclusion of former North Adelaide star Brendan Phillips. Very little separated the teams in the first half, but then at the 13-minute mark of the second quarter, disaster struck for Essendon. The Flying Dutchman Paul van der Haar crashed to the ground in obvious pain.
Swings it back in towards the centre. Van der Haar comes over the top. Thompson waiting down. So too was Clark and Mick Thompson. And off he goes. Yes, Van der Haar is in strife down here. I just wonder whether he winded himself or was it a knee or he's done something to his leg when he came down and took that mark.
Baker getting ready to come on. But Van der Haar was absolutely burning. Let's just hope, Sandy, that it is not.
Oh, let's hope it's
really
not another blooming knee
injury.
or fair dinkum, these cruciates and medials and whatever happens to them nowadays, you can kiss 6 months goodbye. So disappointing. So there's a complete mess out there at the moment with players going everywhere. In fact, you'd almost think it was the end of the game. They've all gathered round, the Essendon boys. Very sympathetic towards Vander's cause.
And we'll be having an exclusive interview with Paul van der Haar a little bit later on during Seven's Big League. Our commentators at the ground this afternoon were Bob Skilton and Sandy Roberts, and tonight we rejoin the action in the third quarter. Essendon is leading by 10 points at the 6.5-minute mark of the term.
10 points the difference. Back into play once again. First to recover was Morgan. Now an opportunity for Drum. In fact, it was Evans who got it across to Drum. Drum went short to Cole.
10.5 metres.
Oh, good interception there by Clark. Evans over the top once again. Messy football. Bright models it up.
Two Essendon players down, Sandy.
And, well, one is Clark. And who's further up the field? Daisy Williams, it could be. We'll wait and see. I'll keep an eye on them, Bob. But injury worries because Van der Haar's out.
Could be Harvey, I think, Sandy.
Right, another one of the blonde bombers. Nevertheless, we'll wait and see as Thompson picks it up. Clears for Essendon, down towards the half-back line. Here's an opportunity for Boss, the boundary line, too close.
Harvey it was, he's up and moving around, Sandy.
He's just got a slight, obviously a slight problem with that right foot, and Clark is also up, but certainly not 100%. Flanagan and Madden, won by the latter, taken by Brendan Phillips. Well, he tried to get boot to ball, too slow, said the umpire.
So Hockey now, towards half forward. Danaher and Brownless. Brownless tried to grab it the second time. Morgan, Hawker. Hawker does well, can't get the ball, now he gets it out with a hand pass. Brownless tackles Folds. I don't think Folds had any chance of getting rid of it though. It's a kick to Brownless who goes across the ground towards Cole, and Michael Cole now has it. Got two players in short, but I think he might elect to go the shot from there. That was the aid of the breeze over the shoulder. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far. Won't make the distance, it's swinging back into the square. Quick snap by Evans. I think that would be his first goal in senior football, Sandy, as Craig Evans snapped it from the square. Great effort by the youngster, and he's been solid in his work today.
And it brings the Cats to within one straight kick now of Essendon. 5-9 plays 5-5 on Seven's Big League, and the Cats are not letting Essendon get away. We're back in the middle. The Bombers hit hard, hit by injury. Van der Haar will take no further part in the game. Harvey went down, Clark went down. They're both still on the ground. From the centre bounce once again. Can Geelong get the momentum going again as Drum gives it to Bruns down towards Jackson, who's waiting at the back. Here's young Evans again if he's got the pace. But no, the boundary line is too close, and Gary Folds defensively takes it over.
So throw in. Midway between half forward and half back as Salmon comes down the ground. Going down towards the defensive square.
Jackson free kick.
Salmon onto the ball. Sandy is Jackson now. Runs around his man, plays on. It's a nice looking kick from Jackson. It's a goal!
And Geelong are in front. The Cats hit the front at Windy Hill.
Well, Mark Jackson, I think, realising that he probably would not make the distance, did well to dummy, run around his opponent, gain the extra 10 metres and put it through the centre. An excellent goal, and Geelong 40 points, Essendon 39.
If my memory serves me correctly.
Totally right, Sandy.
No, 39-41, Bob.
I'm looking at the board, that's all.
I don't think Essendon have been beaten here since Footscray in 84. Still plenty of time left yet, however. Let's not write them off. As we're from the centre bounce, and Thompson sets the Bombers going down towards Brendan Phillips, traps it beautifully, dummies nicely, steadies, fires long in towards full forward. Daisy Williams couldn't take the mark. Izzard waiting
kick,
down,
Sandy.
but a push in the back. Well, he certainly got up high enough. It's gone against him.
Christensen with the kick. Merritt coming across. It's punched away from Merritt, taken by Turner. Turner now being told by Damien Drum that he was clear, and now he puts a long floating kick forward, punched away by Folds, picked up by Hawker. Hawker now with the left foot kick up towards half forward. Reynoldsson couldn't take it, left away by Merritt, picked up by Michael Thompson, goes up towards the square. Williams is there, right on the line. Did he play on or not?
No. Umpire's giving it to him, Robert. You think he did?
I thought he might have said anything.
Peter Cameron has decided he didn't. So it's a chance for Essendon to regain the lead. 15 metres out. He goals. And the Bombers are back in front by 4 points on Sevens' big lead. 6-9 plays 6-5. Daisy Williams kicks his first.
Salmon now in the ruck against Flanagan, who's done quite well. Madden at full forward. On the bounce. Flanagan with a big fist, worth a kick. Lenahan comes across, couldn't quite take it. It's picked up by Thompson, punched away there by Flanagan. It's a chance for Brownless. The hand pass to Lenahan. Lenahan straightens up and goes goal, and it's swinging back, and Geelong are in front again.
Oh, that's great football from the Cats, and great football from Darren Flanagan.
Certainly was, Sandy. And young Brownless in the thick of things too, with a nice little hand pass. And Flanagan really got that out of the centre and then went on after it down the ground. Geelong looking good at the moment. A 2-point margin over Essendon.
Centre bounce once again. Essendon fans subdued. Geelong fans stunned but delighted. Salmon wins the tap. Donnell tries to get it forward. Now Essendon have been able to answer. Can they this time? No, because Cole goes long up towards the half-forward line. No mark is taken. Lenahan's waiting down. Folds is with him. Nipping in, trying to... Well, did he pick it up? Darcy still attempting to. Has support now, close to the boundary line, but still kept in play. Here they go again, long up towards full forward, but well off target. And the ball rolls out of bounds in that right forward pocket.
Geelong are applying a lot of pressure. Lenahan has made a big difference, Sandy.
Yes, plenty of zip, plenty of pace. And the Cats really clawing away. Here's the throw-in, right forward pocket. Another one here would make it terribly interesting. Folds as opposed to Morgan. It's Folds who wins out. Their most prolific possession winner last year, but that was a poorly directed kick. And Geelong looking good at the moment as they go down towards full forward. Brownless went up far too early. Danaher will clear, and Essendon will get out of trouble through Brendan Phillips. 2 bounces. He's down towards centre wing. Merritt went to do the shepherding work, but it wasn't required. Christensen blocks, caught, Madden clear. Elshaw picks it up now.
shoots in towards goal and puts it through. So the Bombers answering the challenge with Tony Elshaw scoring his first.
Taxi drivers know their tyres. That's why many are now using the new Kleba C1 steel radial. As one Queensland taxi operator wrote,
I've just replaced my Kleba C1s after an average over 4 tyres of 108,000 kilometres. As well as fantastic wear, the Klebas were very comfortable to drive on, and their grip on the road in both wet and dry conditions was excellent.
The new Kleba C1, the safe and economical steel radial that's right for your family car. Available exclusively from Bob Jane T-Marts.
And now our distinguished soloist will play How to Succeed in Small Business Without Running All Around the Country. Get on the phone and get on with business.
Liberty, captivity, resignation, celebration, association, assassination, commemoration, jubilation. The events, the issues, the news. The right news at the right time. Weekdays at 6:30, weekends at 6. 7 national news. We've got news for you.
At the 20-minute mark now of the third quarter, it's 4 points the difference.
Shepherding saw him clear. The Dodgers going for a run round the members. Gives it across to Glenn Hawker. The Northern Farmers combining. To half forward, Matt. Players running everywhere down in that forward zone. He puts up a drop punt. No mark taken. Who's waiting down? Darren Williams couldn't take it. And eventually Geelong's Craig Cleve clears out towards that half-back line. Lenahan again, short out in front of Turner, but Thompson's waiting at the back this time and has got his measure. Thompson's hand pass put pressure on Wood and he gets clobbed. Play on is the call. Free kick down the ground. Watson takes it, just chips away towards half-forward. Now an opportunity for Harvey. Harvey long to goal and has put it through. Great goal by Mark Harvey and the Bombers back in business once again.
An excellent goal by Harvey. It would have been a free kick to Wood. The umpire had paid it, but when Watson picked it up, they allowed the advantage rule, and they've both been very consistent with that advantage rule today. Both teams have been allowed to play on, and that time it proved very effective for the Essendon side with Harvey kicking a beautiful goal. Centre bounce. There's the board, 58 to 48. 10 points the margin. Salmon gets the tap. Morgan first on the scene for Geelong. Can't win it though. It's taken away by Merritt. Across to Elshaw. Over the top towards Clark. Intercepted by Williams. Williams straightens up, goes towards goal, but he's offline. And 1 point the result. Darren Williams has kicked 1 goal too. So an 11-point margin. 8-11 to 7-6. Still anybody's game, Sandy.
My word.
Geelong really played well.
11-point margin.
Got 2 balls out there now.
And Geelong preparing to make a change. Looks like Darren Morgan hobbling from the ground. And replacing him will be Andrew Buse. Back on now. Now they're having a discussion over the footies.
Danger here as Watson punches it away. Clark swoops on the ball. Thought about the hand pass. Elects to go with the left foot now. And I called it danger, Sandy.
You're spot on for Geelong. Very dangerous. 1 goal and the margin is opened up.
No, it's just that was something that Geelong could not afford at this stage, particularly from that end of the ground. You can kick the ball almost to the centre. Good play by Watson, who came across the top.
And Bob Skilton is laughing because I forgot to reset the clock, and this quarter has been playing 1 hour and 15 minutes. All right, Robert, just because you always
Peter Lanier will be very happy with that.
Here's the centre bounce once again. Certainly is a long corner. From the middle. Drum trying to paddle it forward. Rips Elshaw off the ball. Still there trying desperately, Damien. And he's been pinged. Well, he was the only one really trying his heart out.
That's criminal.
So it'll be Harvey, Mark Harvey, to give it across to Brendan Phillips, who gives it back to Mark Harvey. And they're out of the centre at last. Down towards half forward. No mark taken. An opportunity, no. Cleave, caught, very well tackled. Umpire calls play on for the moment. Plenty of pressure on down in that forward zone. Eventually Neil gets it out to Flanagan across to Turner. Swings round onto the left foot. Long towards the centre wing. Salmon, too much. Oh, and he plays straight on. That's his pass to Danaher, waiting in the middle. Terry Danaher's got Hawker loose across right half forward, almost down to half forward. He's got Elshaw if he wants him. He has, and he'll fire in towards goal. He's a long kick. It's a great kick for goal, and the Bombers are alive. Taken them a long time to break clear, but in the last 5 minutes they've done just that. Tony Elshaw, coming off the interchange bench, scores his second for the term. And Essendon start to open up. Just a little bit of breathing space here at Windy Hill.
Glenn Hawker's cut to pieces out here in this bit of play too, Sandy.
10-11 to 7-6, Bob.
Wouldn't most sides like to be able to put their full forward into the ruck and have the marking power that Salmon is around the ground. From the ruck. Salmon wins the tap. Can't get it clear. Not a real clear tap. Bruns tried to get the ball out. Picked up by Salmon. His hand pass intercepted. Flanagan tried to kick the ball off the ground. So too Hawker. And a bounce will take place. The bounce coming out towards the centre square line from the centre circle. Many players around this bounce. Flanagan up, but Salmon gets it. It's taken by Harvey. Harvey's floating kick towards half forward. Izzard, a great mark, excellent mark in these windy conditions. Alan Izzard goes for the short pass, looks for Madden. A beautiful kick from Izzard, a lovely lead from Madden, and now the chance of another score. And it's not... Essendon in only about 4 minutes of play. And there's Madden's kick. 1 point only the result.
Of course, the Bombers, Bobby, going for their 16th consecutive win out here at Windy Hill. The last time they were beaten was by Footscray back in 1984. So Terry Bright to bring the ball back into play for the Cats. Straight down the middle, Flanagan the target, Salmon at the back, affects this ball, just pushes it down in front. Harvey tries to tap it out, almost effective, out wide. Now an opportunity for Geelong through Craig Evans. He's under a ton of pressure, but he's performed pretty well today. Turner and Donnell now. Turner, too good. Shrugs clear of Brendan Phillips. Goes into the centre. Hawker, time to steady and break away. Phillips again. He's had a pretty good game today, Brendan Phillips. Short to Thompson. So Mick Thompson, intent upon firing in towards goal, using a drop punt. Won't make the distance into the square. Bruns waits down, lets half the traffic go past, and just dobs one to the half-back line blindly, though, because Thompson and Foles could have grabbed it. And it was the latter who took it. Merritt, great mark by the Dodger. One of the Bombers' favourite sons.
Well, what a change has come over the game, Sandy.
Hasn't taken long, has it? 10 minutes. And Roger Merritt is intent upon putting more of a gap between those two sides. He's kicked two.
Only two players on the Geelong side of the centre.
He's kicked three. And Essendon starting to show their ascendance here. Rogers says thanks to Frank Donnell. The Essendon flags go up and the Bombers move to 11-12, 78. 30-point break over Geelong, 7-6-48 on Sevens. Big lead.
You can get it riding, you can get it sliding, you can feel it coming on about 4. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Vic. Vic Bitter. You can get it in a hole or up a pole. You can get it doing nothing at all. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Vic. A long, cold Vic. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
Inside this compact new video camera is a full-size VHS recorder. National call it the VHS Movie. It even plays pre-recorded tapes. The VHS Movie. Easy movies. From National.
Imagine your ideal personal computer. Small, packed with easy-to-use high technology, with an advanced new diskette, a professional typewriter keyboard, and plenty of easy-to-use software for the office and classroom. The ideal price? Good news. The new IBM JX workstation is the most affordable IBM personal computer ever. Now at your authorized IBM dealer.
The beginning of the rock and roll revolution. In America, it was Elvis Presley. In Australia, we had the king, Johnny O'Keefe, the man we called the Wild One, the rock pioneer to whom Australia's music industry owes its worldwide success. The original rocker. He chased a dream. He lived the code of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and he paid the price. Over 2 sensational nights, a legend is retold for all generations. 8:30 Monday and Wednesday, the premiere of Shout, the Johnny O'Keefe story, proudly brought to you by Holden on 7.
And so it was 30 points the difference at three-quarter time. In the metropolitan area today, around about 12 noon, we had some very heavy showers. At Windy Hill, at around about 4 o'clock, it was literally raining goals.
Over the top comes Christensen, thumps the ball back. Watson coming through, just bursts through. Goes a good turn of speed and a lovely kick from Watson, long down the ground. Swooping on the ball is Ezard, can he trap it? Coming through, kicking it off the ground is Williams. It's not one, it's the other.
Madden and Flanagan. Cleve was there also. Boss, a chance to clear. Hurriedly boot to ball. Well picked up by Brendan Phillips. Tackled solidly. Loses it, but he does have support. And there's a mighty punt. He's goal, young Stephen Clark. Lenehan affects the spoil. Straight down to the running Watson, who can receive it again from Roger Merritt. Thank you, he says, and Timmy will steady. Fire in towards full forward, and the mark is taken at full forward by Frank Donnell. Donnell certainly hasn't figured prominently amongst the goal scoring of Essendon in recent years. Has a chance to post his first today. There's the kick from Frank, and he's done it. And he'd be delighted.
Geelong were doing extremely well at that stage, and all of a sudden, the Essendon machine said go. Elshaw's kick. Back
another one.
Williams. Across to Clark. The goal coming up. In them goes Clark. 4 goals to Clark.
Neil tries to paddle it forward away from Harvey. Brendan Phillips affects the tackle. Gets it close to the boundary line. Clark keeps it in play. Gives it across to Harvey. Harvey's got Madden there, but he says, no, I'd like a shot myself if you don't mind. I'd like the goal, and he does.
Quarter and a bit. Nice looking kick from Salmon. Breeze has taken. Oh, Madden! Well, to be able to take Madden out of the ruck and put down at full forward Salmon out of full forward and put into the ruck. Madden puts it through. His first goal. Bowles puts it out wide. Michael Thompson. Back in towards the centre to Mark Thompson. They've teamed well together, those two. Different spellings, but the name's still the same as Thompson's kick. Missed by Reynoldson. Over the top comes Neil. Trips. Picked up by Ezard. Ezard across towards the big fellow in Madden. He takes the mark. Opportunity for his second goal. Simon Madden. 20 metres out from goal. There's the angle. Left foot from Madden. No mistake. His second. It's picked up by Hawker. Hawker steadies in towards the centre towards Salmon. And that's a lovely mark. Good courage. Clark takes a hand pass from Salmon across the Merritt. Ezard says thank you. Goal would he go? So Donnell. A high kick into the square. The back Clark couldn't take it. Was pushed in the back though. And Clark has the opportunity of kicking his 5th goal. If he does, it will be 5 to Clark, 3 to Williams, 2 to Ezard, 2 to Elshaw, 2 to Harvey. What a dangerous group they've been, not to mention Roger Merritt's 3. Clark's kick, no mistake about that. Great skill, 5 goals, 3 to Stephen Clark's credit.
The 1986 Victorian Football League Premiership season is proudly sponsored by Carlton, brewers of Foster's Lager, Australia's favourite beer.
Only 5 goals in it at three-quarter time, but the Bombers, with a 10-goal final quarter, ran away to win convincingly by 97 points. And predictably, they were on top in most departments insofar as the statistics were concerned. They had 29 more kicks, 31 more marks, 35 more handballs, 11 more hit-outs and 27 more shots at goal. The Cats had 5 more free kicks. 2 reported players, Madden and Buse, to front the tribunal on Monday night. In the goal for Essendon, Stephen Clark got 5. Williams 3 and Merritt 3, and for Geelong, Jackson 2 and Michael Cole also finished up with 2 goals. The low light insofar as Essendon was concerned today was the bad injury to centre half forward, come full back, come half forward, come whatever, in Paul van der Haar. We saw earlier in the program he was carried from Windy Hill today on a stretcher and was taken to Royal Melbourne Hospital. And from that location now, Peter Donegan has more news on the injury to Paul van der Haar.
Yes, Pete, well, unfortunately the situation isn't good as far as Paul van der Haar is concerned. He was admitted almost immediately to the Royal Melbourne Hospital this afternoon, and unfortunately the diagnosis isn't good. There are broken bones and he's going to be missing for quite some time. And just a little while ago, I spoke to Paul after he had been examined by the doctor.
Well, Vander's, just when things were looking good, this had to come. He must be very disappointed.
Yeah, it's disappointing, you know, for it to happen so early in the season. It's not so bad if you have it halfway through the season, have a bit of a rest, but it's, you know, after doing the pre-season training and just sort of getting myself going reasonably well, I thought that this to happen is one of those unfortunate things. But I've been through it all before, so it's just a matter of getting back when everything's right again.
Just exactly what did happen?
I went up for a mark, and as I came down, just twisted on my ankle.
Did you know it was gone straight away?
Yeah, well, I heard it crunch and grind, so I knew I'd done something. I wasn't sure if it was just ligaments or broken the ankle.
All right, now what's the doctor said to you since you've been here at the hospital?
I've just been in and had x-rays, and they said that I got a broken fibula bone, which is a smaller bone. I think it's that one, fibula or tibula, and just a crack in the other main bone. Just got to wait and see what the outcome of it is. They've got the other club doctor coming in, probably go and have a look at, get the specialist to have a look at it.
Did you get any indication how long you might be out for?
No. Well, I had broken the fibula bone before, and that I was out for 6 weeks with that. That was a few years ago.
So a very dejected Paul van der Haar after being admitted here to the Royal Melbourne Hospital this afternoon, and the news really couldn't have come at a worse time for Essendon. Even though their form has been great, they need all the star players firing, and despite the fact they had a 97-point win over the Cats without van der Haar there in the second half, I'm sure they'd dearly love to have the services of the Flying Dutchman, but it seems for the next few weeks at least they will be without them. This is Peter Donegan at the Royal Melbourne Hospital reporting for Sevens Big League.
Right, thank you, Pete, and let's hope that Vanders is back as soon as possible. You're watching Sevens Big League, and we'll be back with Scotty Palmer in just a moment.
No matter how you plan to spend your retirement, one thing you're going to want is security. And that's exactly what Westpac's Club 55 offers. An investment package that gives you a high rate of interest paid monthly. Free advice on anything to do with your retirement or your money. Excellent travel benefits. And free access to all the advantages of our national electronic banking system. Most of all, it gives you a secure start to the rest of your life. Club 55 from Westpac, the bank.
Thanks to its unique air freshener, the new Hoover Aromatic gets rid of odours while it gets rid of dirt. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Taxi drivers know their tyres. That's why many are now using the new Kleba C1 steel radial. As one Queensland taxi operator wrote,
I've just replaced my Kleba C1s after an average over 4 tyres of 108,000 kilometres. As well as fantastic wear, the Klebas were very comfortable to drive on, and their grip on the road in both wet and dry conditions was excellent.
The new Kleba C1, the safe and economical steel radial that's right for your family car. Available exclusively from Bob Jane T-Marts.
This piece of luggage always travels in first class. So it's always the first thing off the plane. Who owns this privileged suitcase? A mining company, a bank, a computer firm.
Ring TAA Speedbag, the only courier to travel first class. So it always gets there first.
And no one else.
Tonight, a lost love returns, only to be snatched away.
You saying that I have AIDS?
The shock.
Hell of a way to find out I'm gay, huh?
The frustration and ultimate rejection.
I can't believe this is happening to me. Just 2 weeks ago, I was okay. Just 2 weeks ago. And now I'm dying.
The touching human tragedy of AIDS.
I've loved him for years.
So have I.
The reality is, Terry is probably going to die.
Trapper John, 9:30 tonight.
There's only one match remaining to complete round 2 of the 1986 season, and you'll see that live on the 7 Network tomorrow from the Sydney Cricket Ground, and that is, of course, between the Swans and Collingwood. A very big crowd expected there, the Swanettes performing for the first time, so it promises to be a most interesting afternoon. Can the Magpies break their duck? Can the Swans make it 2 in a row? And you'll see that match live on 7, straight after World of Sport tomorrow. As I said, it promises to be a bottler. Right now, let's go up to the offices of the Sunday Press and say once again a very good evening to the sporting editor, Scott Palmer.
Good evening, Peter. It's great to have everyone back here in the Sunday Press. Essendon might be high on their massive win over Geelong, but they're shocked by the loss of Paul van der Haar. Van der Haar fractured the fibula on his right ankle today and will miss at least 10 weeks. Coach Kevin Sheedy admitted tonight it's a loss. Paul was doing everything right for us. In addition, the Bombers have top ruckman Simon Madden facing a striking charge. He was reported by field umpire Rich for striking Neville Bruns with a right clenched fist today. Leon Baker, too, his centreman, has concussion. Sheedy was pleased with the way the Bombers finished over the Cats, scoring the last 16 goals. In the second quarter, they thought it would just happen, said Sheedy. He was pleased with the chance to use Paul Salmon in the ruck and the form of Brenton Phillips, his South Australian recruit. But it was Paul van der Haar at the Royal Melbourne Hospital tonight who occupied Sheedy's mind. Geelong coach John Devine described the 97-point loss as probably the worst defeat in the club's history. He too has Andrew Bewes on a striking charge. He struck Alan Ezard, so the umpires say, with a left hand to the face. The Cats were not to blame either for not attending the unfurling of the flag at Windy Hill. There was confusion, but on Friday night they were contacted and asked whether they wanted to see the red and black pennant unfurled. It was an optional thing the Bombers asked them, but the Cats said no, we'd prefer to stay in the rooms. A young Fitzroy recruit, Scott McIver from Queensland, who was homesick and thought at one stage about going home, turned it on against Footscray at VFL Park today. But all the Lions were brimming with confidence. Their membership rose by 23%, and coach David Parkin said he was delighted with the way the side finished over the Bulldogs. They really showed courage. They took all the risks. Michael Coates, however, finished with knee trouble. Footscray's Mick Malthouse said his team were outrun when it counted. We held their runners for most of the day, but then they got loose. The Bulldog coach posed a question later to his team and asked whether you really taste success. The club has never made the finals 2 years in a row, he said. We must do it this year. Carlton has Fraser Murphy sick with concussion, but the Blues got away with Richmond and scored some pluses, according to coach Robbie Walls. Peter Kenny has made the grade after 2 frustrating years. Rowan Burke is over 2 leg operations and a groin problem. And the 2 Adelaide players, Kernahan and Bradley, hit their straps today. Bradley, best of field. Tony Jules said the Tigers would continue with their policy on youth. And why not? Two of their best today were Jeff McElwain, who put Mark McClure out of business, and Craig Smith from the under-19s. I saw St Kilda and can understand why Coach Graham Jelly berated the team for its loss to Melbourne today. Jelly said they just don't want to win enough. He said the younger players were looking for a lead from the experienced players and weren't getting it. But Melbourne is booming. Former coach Ron Barassi watched them score their second win on the trot from the broadcasting box today. His successor John Northey said, we persisted all day and were luckier when it counted. The big test, he said, will come when they meet a side above them on the ladder. Captain of the day, Peter Moore, also paid a big tribute to Northey's coaching. He's a decent bloke, a top coach, and we're responding to a simplified approach, said Peter. Back to you, mate.
Thank you, Scotty, and full details of those stories in the Sunday Press out tomorrow. Football next week in the Foster's Cup comes up on Tuesday night between Hawthorn and Geelong. Match time is 8:30. The Hawks taking on the Cats, 8:30 on Tuesday in the Foster's Cup. And more football coming up in just a moment on 7th Big League, the game from the MCG this afternoon between Melbourne and St Kilda.
The integration factor, only from NEC. Computers and communication equipment must integrate fully. So all NEC computers, printers, fax machines and PABXs work together and with other systems to multiply your business in your local office or around the world. And any NEC computers and communication equipment you buy in the future will integrate fully too. The integration factor, NEC.
Show me a tough truck.
How about a Holden Rodeo? They're made by Isuzu Trucks.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's got some go for a truck, isn't it? It's standard, that 5-speed box.
Yeah.
Soaks up the bumps well. Tough, isn't it? And there's space cabs, crew cabs, cab chassis, diesels, 4x2.
I'll take it. Holden Rodeo. Truck tough.
Prison, violence, oppression, desperation. When the tension peaks, the prison explodes. A film of extraordinary power about a place of uncompromising brutality. Brian Brown stars with Max Phipps and Sid Halen in Stir, an action-packed explosive Australian movie that lifts the lid off the real story of life on the inside, then blows it sky high. For the first time on television, Stir premieres 8:30 Sunday on 7.
At the MCG today, St Kilda lined up to tackle Melbourne after running Footscray so very close at the Western Oval last week. Today, of course, they were without their top full forward Tony Lockett, who was suspended on a striking charge, and they were aiming for their first success against the Demons since round 14 in 1981. Melbourne were again without the luckless Robert Flower, and with Reynolds being ill, their places were taken by Campbell and Wright. For the Saints, Lockett's place was taken by former Footscray forward Alistair Ford. Peter McKenna and Jack Edwards are our commentators at the cricket ground this afternoon. We joined the match at the 1 minute mark of the third quarter and the difference in the score is 5 points with the Demons in front.
I'm looking for the chance to play on, looking up toward where Stephen Turner has led for Melbourne on toward the flank position. Up he goes, but can't take the mark. Tapped the ball out. Burns in trouble. His hand pass finds Elphinstone. He gets it back in toward the half-forward flank for St Kilda, but a floating attempt not paid. Been picked up by John Peterbudge. He gets it out toward the little fella in Gotch who didn't hold the mark. Or did he? The umpire said he did. So little Brad Gotch will take the shot for goal for St Kilda and try to get back in front of Melbourne. He's not very tall, Pete, is he?
Tiny little fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, little Brad
Tremendous
Gotch.
skills.
Well,
Great skills.
he's kicked one goal, I think. Yes, he has. Let's see if he can kick his second and get St Kilda back in front. Hasn't been much in this game all day. Brad Gotch, 35, 40 metres out from goal. It's a goal. St Kilda back in front on Sevens big lead, just 2.25 minutes into the third term.
Well, once again, Jack and I are seeing a seesawing game, a very, very even contest. It looked before the day started that this would be a very, very close contest, and it's proving to be. At the moment, we're not sure who's going to win this game. Once again, as Jack said, 1 point the difference in favour of the Saints.
At quarter time, Melbourne led by 1 solitary point. And after a very even second term in which Melbourne kicked 6 goals for to St Kilda 6 goals, Melbourne led by 5 points at the change, but now you see the difference. 1 point in favour of the Saints. Jones got the tap down. Ball not going anywhere as yet. Hurried out by Wilson out of the pack. Chance for Narkle. Narkle and Bailey of Melbourne. They can't gain possession. Only a free kick to Bailey. It's on the turf now. Fidge hand passes. Here's a chance for Melbourne. It's into Johnson. Johnson takes a shot at goal on the left foot. I think it's good. Yes, Melbourne back in front in the third term on 7 big lead.
Beautiful hand pass there by Brian Wilson. Tremendous plays he gave it. And there's Johnson congratulating Wilson for that hand pass, and so he should. He did a beautiful balk, Wilson, and a long hand pass, a 15-metre hand pass, set up an easy goal for Johnson on the left foot. Johnson kicked a magnificent goal in the second quarter here at the MCG to really lift the Melbourne side.
3 3/4 minutes gone. The third term, the vital term of football. The lead has changed twice so far. Now a chance for Wilson, who had a good first quarter. Just an average second term, but playing well in the third term for Melbourne. Gets it down. Taken by McConville, who's played well for St Kilda. Up to Burns. And yes, he's taken the mark right in the centre of the MCG. Had a good game too. Looking for a teammate now downfield. He finds Barker. Barker had a chance to look for one down in the forward pocket. The left's good, and Grant takes the mark. No, it's not. It's Little Gotch. Little Gotch comes streaming out. Grant did lead on that occasion, looking for the kick from Gotch, but now he puts it up into the goal square and thump through for one behind. Defensive football.
Oh, was it ever. Danny Hughes was 15 metres out from goal, and he thumped it back over his own head for a point, and he wasn't taking any chances. Young David Grant has kicked 5, not on Hughes. He kicked, I think, the first 4 on Regalo before they shifted him. He's kicked 1 on Danny Hughes. There's the kick out. It's marked by Peter Moore. The scoreboard shows 73 playing 69. 4 points in favour of Melbourne as the ball comes out towards centre wing. Steve Turner, number 41, against Danny Frawley for St Kilda, number 24. And Frawley takes it over the line and out of bounds.
5 minutes now gone, the third term. Sevens big league from the Melbourne cricket ground. Much different temperature today as last week. It's only 17 degrees today. Well, last week it was 36. The kick there comes to Turner. Turner tries to get it back out. Hurried kick up to the half-forward zone for St Kilda. Oh, for Melbourne. Could have been a free kick to Elphinstone, if not the mark, yes.
Yes, good umpiring.
Umpires today, Ian Robinson and... I can't think of the other one now. Rowan Saws, so you can't get much more experience than that. Up off the wing position, thumped away, looked like Regolo got the tap out. Picked up very well by Richards. He's well tackled. That's a good tackle, and it's been rewarded with a free kick.
Yes, great tackle by Phil Cronin. There he is on screen now, Phil, ex-West Australian. A good play to get off onto the left foot and kick it long up towards the half-forward line. Oh, gee, they stood and waited. Beautifully hit over by Fascini. De Rene kicked into the open goal, and a lovely goal to Rene kick from 30 metres out. And the Saints hit back, so St Kilda lead Melbourne now 12-3, 75 to Melbourne 11-7, 73.
Oh, very even game again. It's about the third time the lead has changed in this term so far. We've only been playing just over 6 1/4 minutes. 73 playing 75, St Kilda leading. They do have the advantage of a breeze. We do say that often at the Melbourne cricket round when it doesn't eventuate. But that was a good goal kick by Renee King. Now back in the centre once again, umpire Ian Robinson. Big Jones and Moore do battle. Bounce favours Moore. Didn't get the tap though, it's been tapped out. Could have been a free kick Melbourne's way. Going to a throw by Burns, taken and kicked by Cronin. Up to the full forward zone. Oh, good mark for Grant. That was a good mark. Got himself in great position. He outmanoeuvred Danny Hughes there. He's not as big as Hughes. He's only 6'2", this lad. We looked up his stats at half-time.
Well, he's taken some terrific marks today.
This is his 6th mark. He's kicked from 5 marks. He's kicked 5 goals. Can he keep it average going, Peter? Pretty hard to keep it going. Did I Jonah him?
Oh, boy.
I did. What a shame. A good effort. 5 goals won from 6 marks, 6 shots at goal. So he's the stand-in full forward, of course, at St Kilda today. He's doing a great job. But St Kilda now 76, 3 points in front of Melbourne 73.
Well, they are the specialist full-back kicking out has gone, Jack. Alan Johnson bringing it in. We heard about the Essendon guys the other week, the Rovers cricket. Here's Manning, who's been very impressive today. Hooks it back, looking up there for Grant again. Can't take this one. Little Bradley Gotcha's in there. They dive on top of the ball. Trevor Barker there, the captain of St Kilda, number 1. On the bottom of the pack, and in will come umpire Ian Robinson, doing an excellent job once again. Over 300 league games, and well, he's been a great umpire, Jack.
Yes, he's still a great umpire too. He puts the ball down with the ruckman form up. Moore got the tap down, taken by, is that Kashidi? It was. He couldn't quite make contact. Picked up now. Grant gives a hand pass to Manning. Manning went for a hand pass. Picked up by Narkle, who lost it on the way through the pack, and the umpire, I think, will have to bounce again. It's only 15 to 20 metres out from St Kilda's goal, where all this action's taking place on Sevens Big League, with St Kilda leading 3 points over Melbourne. Time clock, 8.5 minutes into the 3rd term. Anybody's game of football. Here's a chance for Wilson coming out. He meets the ball well, takes it, looks for a hand pass. Knocked off by Burns. Burns goes through, keeps the ball in front of him. He still has it in front of him. He tries to tap it out to Cunningham. It's forced out to Big Warren Jones. He loses it, taken by Barker. His hand pass intercepted by Moore. But the umpire said Barker threw it, so a free kick going Melbourne's way.
Yes, some good tackling there, and good umpiring again by umpire Ian Robinson. That was a definite throw. Trevor Barker just a bit slow to get rid of it. Has received Rodney Wright. Good to see him back in the senior side too. He's spent a number of a couple of seasons playing a lot of reserves football. There's a very lucky one. I thought that one. He slipped over, and Joppa Cunningham holding his nose, but the fact he slipped, he was very lucky to get that free kick. As we see, he's got it anyway. A short pass, a bad one. Marked by Johnson. Johnson on the left foot to half forward. That's taken away by Frawley. A good mark. Plays away out wide. He's looking out there for Trevor Barker. Over the back was Barker.
Does he go?
Goes in after it, but here's a chance. Bill Cronin onto the left foot. He steps at the goals, and what's he done with it? He slams it through for a goal to the Saints. Beautiful goal to St Kilda. They move on to 13-4, 82 to Melbourne 11-7, 73.
You know, buying a car is like racing a car. Your aim is to come out a winner.
Compare these similarly priced cars. Pulsar, Corolla, Laser. One comes out way in front. Only the Nissan Pulsar has a 1.5-litre engine. Only the Nissan Pulsar has 5-speed manual transmission, the largest hatch in its class, and air conditioning. Right now, during Pulsar Run-Out, you get a lot more car for a lot less money. Don't miss it. Pulsar Run-Out.
You just can't lose at your Nissan dealer.
The new Hoover President dishwasher is so quiet, it's quieter than a mouse. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
If you think you're getting enough fibre in your diet, you're probably wrong. Try this exercise. Eat this much more for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because you'd have to get the fibre you need. Or simply eat Kellogg's All Bran. With 7.5 grams of dietary fibre, it would boost your fibre intake by 30%. With fewer extra kilojoules and unwanted cholesterol. Kellogg's All Bran, and now Kellogg's All Bran Plus Fruit.
To keep you fit on the inside.
Sunday night, there's top laughter, Will.
Are you being served?
We can do with that space to expand our trousers.
Our trousers have been rather restricted since the ladies arrived, haven't they?
Oh, bursting at the seams, Mr. Humphrey.
And Mr. Grace invites Mrs. Slocum for tea.
It would mean having an extra long lunch break.
Don't worry about your lunch. I'll send you down a bit of fairy cake.
12 at 8, Sid's got amnesia.
Go on, Mum. You go on up to bed. If he sees something familiar, it might bring his memory back.
Sunday night from 7:30, the laughs are on 7.
Still in the third quarter, 19 minutes in, the Demons by 4 points.
Jopper Cunningham from behind flies, and he takes a mark against Rodney Wright. Over to Bradley Gotch. Gotch has the running player in Odgers. He gives it across there towards his teammate in Cronin. Cronin, a long kick, but who's there? It's only Melbourne, and it's Gary Lyon ducking back to take a very, very nice mark. And Danny Hughes coming in to remonstrate a little bit, but Lyon's unperturbed. He wants to get on with the game. Over to Burke. Burke, I thought, was going to give the hand pass, but sensibly he goes back to take his time, going for a high ball up towards the half-back flank area. Cox has it thumped away by Big Wow Jones. Still in play as Bailey goes in after it, keeps it in play. Beautiful play, Brett Bailey. Gets thumped as he kicked it. Was it a mark? Yes, said the umpire to Jeff Cunningham on centre wing.
Melbourne, St Kilda, I should have said, need a couple of goals now. The kick by Cunningham's into the open territory. Nearly a one-handed mark to Moore. He breaks through the pack, just broke the tackle, got a hand pass away, and Wilson kicks up to where Jones and Cunningham fly in opposition. Shot out, the hand pass was quick, came out there and taken by Elphinstone, given to Cunningham. The hand pass came out originally from McConville, but Danny Hughes standing ground. Looks for a teammate leading away to the outer side. He can see one, and Stephen Stretch going for the ball just inside the boundary line. But now we see it out and a boundary throw-in taking place on St Kilda's half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. St Kilda trailing by 4 points to Melbourne, and the time clock getting toward the 21-minute mark of the third term. There's a charge. Oh, beautifully stolen by Barker. He's going to have a shot at goal. He got it. That was a great piece of football from Trevor Barker. Well done, Skip.
Well, yes, I agree with you, Jack. That was a team-lifting goal as St Kilda hit the bud. He stole that one literally, as Jack said, and a beautiful banana kick, or check side kick, as Sandy Roberts would say. That's the South Australian term, as he put it through. And if anything will lift the Saints, that certainly will, because it's put them 2 points in front. Tremendous play by the St Kilda captain. There he is on screen.
St Kilda lead by 2 points on Sevens Big League, 21.5 minutes into the third term at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And they get another one, or will Melbourne go forward? Here's a chance, we'll soon find out. No one's getting it yet. Rodney Wright's hand pass comes to Fidge, comes to Wilson. Wilson in the shadows of the members stand. Let's go a hand pass to Cox. Cox gets a kick, and gets also the raspberry from the crowd, and Batterson takes a good mark. Batterson looking for a short pass out. He's got a teammate all by himself. There it is now, but he's not behind his mark, the umpire said, and he has to go back and take the kick again. So while that's happening, those players will be covered. I think that was Stretch he gave the ball to. He's thought of it once again, but now he's going back to take a long shot into ward goal. There aren't many short passes about now. They're all covered up. Batterson's kick will go up toward the goals. It's a torpedo punt working right to the goal square.
And there's a very good mark taken there by McConville, who certainly has not let St Kilda down today. He's been an excellent player for the Saints as he brings it away with... No, he's going to hand pass, then elects to kick it out wide. Wilson uses the body against Burns. That's been a good contest. Wilson wins out, goes for the hand pass further around towards the forward pocket area, and it goes over the line. Scoreboard shows at the moment St Kilda 2 points in front, 14-5, 89 to Melbourne 13-9, 87. We've been playing 23 minutes into this third quarter.
Turner got the tap down to Wilson. Wilson going goalward for Melbourne. He's getting it up toward the goal square, and the mark has been taken by Peter Moore. Could even have got a 15-metre penalty there, because he got thumped in the back after he'd taken the mark. And listen to the Melbourne fans. The angle on which he's been placed now has been really tightened up. He's gone for a short pass, gone backwards, downfield really. He's gone about 10 metres downfield, having a few words to say to the umpire. So hasn't really put Newport in a much better position, Peter, than where he was.
That was a tough angle he was put on. I don't reckon he was on that angle, Jack.
Well, Newport's further out from goal and hasn't improved the angle much, but my word, what a kick for goal. Stephen Newport, beautiful goal. Good thinking, Peter Moore. Good goal, Peter. Beautiful, Stephen Newport, and now it's Melbourne leading St Kilda.
Yes, 4 points the difference, and it's a seesaw game. 14-9 Melbourne, 14-5 St Kilda. Steve Newport, number 34, you see on screen, has kicked 2 goals. And as Jack said, it was very intelligent play by Peter Moore and very unselfish players. It's back to the centre of the ground. 24 minutes have gone in this third quarter here at the MCG. It's absolutely anyone's game. I've got no idea which way it's going to go as we see. Oh, that's big Steve Turner doing the ruck work. It's knocked out of his hands, grabbed by Johnson, up towards half forward where Russell Richards was grabbed by the arm. Now it's little Batterston. He's been a good player. He breaks away, kicks it out wide, looking for more. Oh, 2 St Kilda players collided. It's grabbed by Cox, and he has landed through for a goal. And Danny Frawley is down behind the plate. Bad talking by the Saints, and still hurt. There they are, both players. I think it was Elphinston was one, and Danny Frawley was badly hurt. Melbourne 15-9, leads St Kilda 14-5.
Yes, that was poor teamwork there. Although Elphinstone was caught, it was the rose between 2 thorns. He had to go for the ball. He knew that the others were coming out, but he had to try and get himself in position to take the mark. And he was hit as he was unbalanced, and Frawley and Elphinston have come off second best. The ball back in the centre now. 10 points between the teams with Melbourne leading. Burns thumps it forward for St Kilda, and they get it out of the square. No one can get it out yet. That was Line going down. Looks like Bailey with the ball, who hooks it back up high on the members' wing position. Oh, good mark on that occasion. It's a good mark taken indeed. So St Kilda player standing ground was Peter Brown.
15.
Peter Brown getting 15 metres. He hasn't taken full advantage of it. He's kicked a very hurried kick up toward the half-forward zone. Kick on the left foot, goes goalward, but he can't control the kick. Just offline, a good attempt, but not quite good enough. So St Kilda now move on to 90 points, which is 9 points in arrears of Melbourne's total of 99. We're 26 minutes now into the third term.
Steve Newport, this is on screen in the back pocket, receiving that pass. Cox kicked out his opponent there in Wow Jones. It's thumped further afield. Wilson and Burns. Oh, Burns goes down as Cox slung him around the neck. Burns a pretty tough character though, as he got straight up to get on with the game. An object lesson to young players, Burns. He cops them hard. He gets straight up and gets on with the game, as he is on centre wing at the moment, looking for someone to lead, but now he's going for the high one down towards the pocket. Grant sets himself. Hughes punches as good as a kick there. Campbell couldn't get to it. Now it's Jeff Cunningham. He's got it. Nice hand pass to Elphinston. He brings it towards full forward. Grant and Hughes. Hughes doing well now at full back to Kink. Kink swings onto the left foot. Breaks away. Gives it to Cronin. Cronin stabs at the goals. Phil Cronin. He's missed. 1 point. Oh, gee, they could have done with that one. The Saints as they move on to 14-7. Trailing Melbourne 15-9.
Well, 14-7 means that for the third term they've kicked 4 goals, 5, Peter. And Melbourne, on the other hand, have kicked 5 goals, 2. So the difference in the kicking for goal in this quarter has been marked. St Kilda have frittered away a few chances from the full-back position. Hughes kicks to the outer side. Players, oops, there could have been a free kick to the umpire there for St Kilda, but the umpire said no. So, from half-back, it's kicked high to the wings position. That was Stretch putting it up high. Whitty, who started the game so well, driving in toward Barker, who's out in front, can't hold the mark though. Line of Melbourne breaking away on the left foot, kicking to the outer side again. Burns tries to get into the act but can't take the mark. It's on the turf. Whitty again gets in there, gets a hand pass out to Narkle. Narkle goes for a short pass and he found a teammate. And was it paid? Bradley Gott's not paid. Play-on's the call. Johnson just about threw that one away. Very quickly got rid of it. It looked like it was out of bounds, but the umpire didn't pay it. And now the umpire said a free kick going Melbourne's way.
Yes, it's on half-back flank for Melbourne. This is Steve Newport, or is it Nigel Cole? It's Newport. In fact, they look very alike. It's Steve Newport as he brings it towards centre wing. 2 against 1, and I think the one is one out there. That's Campbell, the ex-Frankston BFA player. Took a bit of a swing after he took that mark, and that's dangerous play because...
It took a bit of a gamble.
Well, he certainly did, Jack, as we see. The umpire couldn't... Sometimes they take them off you for doing that. Over the back. Here's Gary Lyon. Gee, reminds me of Robbie Flower, the way lopes around the ground. He's got the loose man here. This is danger for St Kilda because Melbourne have got loose men everywhere. Rodney Wright, will he go the little chip pass? He does to Batterston, and Adrian Batterston has marked only about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. I thought he was going to give it back to Wright there, but
St Kilda looked a little bit rattled in that passage of football there. They just couldn't get up to the Melbourne players. Lyon coming away from the half-back line, carrying the ball very well, loping along with a long stride, and then eventually got it over to Wright, who found Batterston, but can Batterston finish it off? Melbourne 8 points in front of St Kilda. The time clock has just gone past the 29-minute mark of the third term, and Batterston puts another one in. So Melbourne in the third term go away after Batterston kicks 4 goals. Melbourne 16-9, 105. St Kilda 14-7, 91. You're on 7's big lead.
In the land of the Southern Cross, I'm old man, my own boss. Proud and I do my part, Australian in my soul and heart. And I let that feeling show with the beer the whole world knows. Foster's Lager, Australia's favorite. Australia's Foster, Australia's favorite beer. Hey!
Hey, Joe, Brian needs a hand.
Okay. Oh, sure hope the owner's with SIO.
Oh, car insurance is all the same.
SIO's different. The woman there explained why agreed value's better. Most companies only pay out market value. That's often much less. SIO make it so simple even you could understand it.
Hey.
Victorian rum, Victoria's on the SIO.
They're okay.
Inside this compact new video camera is a full-size VHS recorder. National call it the VHS movie. Easy movie.
Not all small business people have been forced to tighten their belts. Some have found a more efficient way to trim their expenses. Get on the phone and get on with business.
Tonight, Quincy tackles an ancient scourge of modern society. A delicate social problem with far-reaching consequences. It's a battle against the fear and embarrassment of falling victim to our permissive lifestyle. Quincy ME, 8:30 tonight.
Melbourne led by 14 points at the final change as we go to some highlights of the last quarter.
That is deliberate. Yes. Bad play, Peter McConville. He deliberately went for the boundary line. I called it straight away, and umpire Saws was right onto that one, and the free kick will go to Russell Richards.
Well, he's going to take a good shot to kick it from there, but if he wants to run around, he can. There he goes now. He opens up the angle. He's kicked it. That's a good goal. Kicked by Russell Richards after a bad mistake by Peter McConville. Well, he has now kicked 2, 18-9 to 14-9. Cole's hand pass. Not a good one. Kink comes on the scene. Now, he should be strong enough to get them out of the way. Yes, he is. Kink's got a chance here. If they could get Bailey off Kink's back, there'd be a real chance. Hand pass from Kink to Cronin. Cronin into the open goal. He puts it on its way. It's a goal to St Kilda's Cronin. Good team play from Renee Kink and Phil Cronin on that occasion to bring up the goal. Pumped out by Batterston. Here's a chance for Stephen Stretch of Melbourne. He's picking up nicely. Swings back into the half-forward zone. A good kick brings it down to the full-forward position. It's up high off the hands of the players. Whitty hooks it back. Picked up by Grinter. And I think it's there. A good left-foot shot by Grinter. A great goal. Yeah, but Bailey playing well for Melbourne. About to clear. He's using a hand pass to keep Melbourne in control of the ball. And Richards, with a long hand pass further afield, gives it down to Newport. Newport into the forward pocket with Big Turner standing his ground. But a nudge in the back on that occasion. Here's a chance for Melbourne.
Yes, there's the flying shot at the goals by Grinter, and he's kicked it. Yes, it's a goal.
Yes, he's played well. We've seen him 2 weeks now. He does quite well. And that just proves he can kick all right, too. The umpire said a free kick going Melbourne's way, is it? It's only 20 metres out from their goal. Umpire Ian Robinson.
Holding.
Indicating a free kick going Melbourne's way. Turner from virtually point-blank range. Kicks it through the centre. Melbourne kick their 21st goals for the game. 21 goals, 10, 136 have defeated St Kilda, 16-12, 108.
And Melbourne running out winners by 28 points. In the stats this afternoon at the MCG, St Kilda more kicks, marks, hit-outs and one more handball. Melbourne had 3 more shots at goal and the frees were 26 to either side. In the goals this afternoon, Batterston got 4 for Melbourne and David Grant got 5 for St Kilda. Manning got 3. The other game of the round was out at Princes Park this afternoon between Carlton and Richmond, and Peter Donegan filed this report.
Today's match saw both sides take the field with plenty to prove. The Blues, expected by many to be the big improvers this year, looked ordinary last Monday, even with the inclusion of their interstate army. And the Tigers' start to the year could hardly have been worse. It was Richmond today who got the early jump and quickly posted 5 goals in the first 20 minutes. Up forward, Michael Pickering and Stephen James were proving just the focal points that the Tigers had been lacking. But the Blues fought back hard in the second term and went to the main break with an 8-point advantage. The third term proved fairly even, with both sides scoring 4 goals, and at the last change it was the Blues by 13 points. Carlton skipper Mark McClure put the finishing touches on the Blues' victory by booting 4 goals in the final quarter, and despite the Tigers adding late majors to add respectability, the home side ran out victors by 30 points. For Carlton, the main goal kickers were Kernahan, Kenny and McClure with 4 each, while Roach got 3 for Richmond, with Palm, Pickering and James each bagging 2. The crowd
Jane Timas.
It was the clash of the giants of 86. Carlton and Essendon, Johnston and Clark. Wood crashed through by Dorotich. Out goes Bradley. Blackwell and Donnell.
The clock's on here now. 11 minutes gone of this second quarter.
Roger Merritt brushes Madden aside to put the Bombers into attack. Shane Hurd up from the back pocket, and he's delighted.
Really notorious for coming home like...
And if he can come down, so too can Tommy Alvin.
Alvin, can he score a goal? It'll come round. That looks pretty good. Tommy Alvin's put him ahead. Down towards McClure and foul.
Into the last quarter by just 30 seconds. McClure brushes it back. Hunter picks it up. And goals. A great individual performance here by Alan Ezard. Sets up the handball to Thompson. Almost set him up. But Ezard, tremendous skill and recovery.
He fires, he put it through for a goal. Magnificent play. The South Australian McClure.
The Blues running hot, led by the inspirational Mark McClure.
That's experience for you, Pete. He dodged and weaved until he got his balance. Beautiful play by the Carlton skipper. Beautiful.
Joy for the Blues, pain for the Bombers.
Good tackle against Ezard.
Down goes Daisy Williams, later diagnosed as a break in the leg. And he'll be out for some time.
Free kick must be paid to Kappa.
To the Demons and the Swans. Warwick Kappa copping it early.
Almost threw it back into play, and he copped one at the same time.
But he was able to get up again.
He's just come
Kappa back onto the ground, steadied.
Think and shoot, and he goals. The centre of the ground, at the back is...
A clever tap on here. Sees Stevie Wright in charge for Sydney.
Stevie's away as he fires in towards goal and puts it through. Great goal.
Out at North Melbourne, they call it Cracker Magic.
Let's see him as he punches it on. Johnny Hoyles gets a
Jimmy and Phil.
That was bad luck because Peter German gives
combining with Pete German.
Runs into the open goal from 30 metres, and that started with a little bit of luck, but it ended up with a goal go. He gives it across.
Here they go again.
Cracker might centre this. He does centre it. He brings it back towards his brother Phil, and Phil lines up, bang, slams it through. Too wide to Cracker. Oh, he dropped that one, Phil Cracker. Bright was
Phil Cracker on Bright. In comes Jimmy. Back to Phil. And away they go again.
Running into the open goal. He stabs at the ball. It floats, and I think he's put it through for his second.
Moves it towards Crackers. They're both there, the Cracker boys. One must have said leave it.
Again, Terry Bright under pressure.
With it. He can't make contact. Pinched by Jimmy.
And again, it's the Crackers.
He's got eyes in the back of his head.
Over the top.
Into Phil Cracker.
Donald McDonald into the open goal.
Donald McDonald puts it straight through for North Melbourne.
And while the Crackers were stealing the goals, the kids were pinching the ball.
I think the football may have...
Away we go. Look what we've got, Dad.
It's gone somewhere, isn't it?
Back to Osborne.
Now to Hawthorn's big game against Fitzroy, who was successful.
Could be their first goal, it is. Oh, that's right. Good. DP at a minute ago.
Through comes Dippy.
Now, there's the chance for a goal. He fires. And he's put it through, Dippy. Kick is kicked out.
Ken Judge.
And a good mark to Judge. I thought that was the mark. He's called play on.
Called to play on.
Judge goes for the kick.
But does it beautifully.
Put it through. Well, that was good play. Up towards
one man they couldn't overcome, though, the Hawks, was Gary Pert.
Just on the 26th.
Had a sensational day.
Great mark taken there by Pert. centre-wing position where Perth...
Here he goes again.
I tell you what, though, he'd be just about their best, wouldn't he, surely? I think he's played a great game.
Over the top, and the Lions go roaring forward.
Forward line, Hawthorn looking uninterested in proceedings at the moment. Rowe has a shot at goal. That's another one. Put down your glasses. Back him up. Tuck down the right half forward.
The Lions prepared to cop it on the chin.
The Fitzroy player reeled out of the pack there, copped a nasty one. Kick back into
Tim Pekin would not have liked it. Here he is again in the final quarter. Gary Pert.
Look, as you said, in a hopeless place at the final change, Lou.
And Leon the Lion.
A free kick there for holding the man.
Talk about work hard for this one.
That's the ball game, folks. Harris putting through his second goal of the day, and that will sew it up for Fitzroy.
Out to the Western Oval, Brad Hardy. Problems with groin injuries, but it didn't stop him here. Across to McGuinness.
Onto the left foot, he's missed one, he's hooked it into the square, and he's got there.
And he goals for Footscray.
The goal, he has. Oh, Beasley and Phillips.
Another chance for McGuinness, but this time an airy. And his hand, you can see, pushes the ball across the line, and it is 1 point only.
Left foot kick comes towards
Dixon, a great snap. The Pies come closer. Have been even closer. And Morwood not missed this one.
And Shane Morwood puts it goalward, and he's put it through for 1 point. Online.
1 minute to go, and here's the vital one for the Dogs. Tony McGuinness.
7 points up. Tony McGuinness kicks his third goal.
Going on here.
Out of the Tigers and the Saints. The Tigers blooding the youngsters. Here's one of them, Dean Notting.
Beautiful football, Dean Notting. Over to Waitman.